This story takes place in a large, busy city called Silverbrook. Silverbrook was famous far and wide for its bright lights, grand markets, and delicious food. At the heart of the city stood an old, crowded marketplace that never slept. There were hundreds of food stalls in this market, but everyone talked about only two. On one side stood the biggest and most luxurious restaurant in the market, Maxwell's Royal Biryani. And right across the road, there was a small old pushcart called Ethan's Honest Biryani. On one side wealth, glitter, and pride. On the other poverty, simplicity, and honesty. The greedy restaurant owner, it was afternoon. Inside his grand restaurant, Maxwell sat comfortably on his chair, counting bundles of cash. Customers crowded his shop and money kept flowing in. Maxwell didn't care about food quality. His eyes were fixed only on profit. He shouted at his worker, "Leo, hurry up! Can't you see the crowd?" "Sir," Leo replied nervously, "the biryani pot is almost empty. And the rice left inside is from yesterday." "So what?" Maxwell snapped. "Do you want to send customers away?" "But sir, that biryani has started to smell." "If someone finds out," Maxwell slammed the table. "Shut up. I hired you to work, not to give advice. Bring it now." The dangerous secret. Maxwell walked to the back of his restaurant, away from customers. He pulled out a small bottle from his pocket and laughed. "This world is foolish," he muttered. "People don't care about taste. They care about smell." He poured 2 drops of a strong chemical into the spoiled rice. Instantly, the air filled with an intense aroma of saffron and roses. "Perfect," he smiled. "Now even rotten food will sell like heaven's feast." The honest vendor across the road, Ethan, was preparing biryani at home. He carefully roasted spices by hand. His wife Lily sat beside him, worried. "Ethan," she said softly, "our groceries are almost finished. Our son's school fees are also due. Why do you always buy the most expensive rice and spices?" Ethan smiled gently. "My father taught me one thing," he replied. "Food is not just for the stomach. It feeds the soul. If I cheat people for money, how will I face my conscience?" Lily sighed. "That Maxwell sells anything and lives like a king, while we struggle every day." Ethan looked at her calmly. "Dishonest money comes fast, but never lasts. Honesty takes time, but its reward is pure. False success versus true quality." Soon, the market opened. The chemical smell from Maxwell's restaurant spread across the road. People followed it like moths to fire. "Wow, what an aroma! Royal biryani must be amazing today." They ignored Ethan's stall. His biryani was made with real ghee and saffron, but its natural aroma was gentle, no match for fake chemicals. By evening, Ethan's pot remained full. Maxwell walked over and laughed loudly. "Hey, Ethan, still waiting for customers? If business fails, come wash dishes at my place." People laughed. Ethan smiled quietly. "I earn less," he said, "but I sleep peacefully at night." The first crack. Suddenly, a customer at Maxwell's shop clutched his stomach. "Something's wrong. My stomach hurts badly." Maxwell rushed over. "Sir, it must be the heat," he said quickly. "Our food is the best in the city." The man left in pain. Maxwell wiped sweat from his forehead. "Saved," he muttered. But someone was watching closely. The inspector's plan at City Hall. Food Inspector Daniel Wright studied reports. "Food poisoning cases have increased near Silverbrook Market," an officer said. "We inspected twice, sir," another added. "But everything looked clean." Daniel frowned. "That means they're being tipped off." He closed the file. "This time, I'll go myself. Not as an inspector, but as a beggar." The test of humanity that night. Ethan closed his stall sadly. A hungry homeless man approached. "Son, do you have any food left?" Ethan smiled. "Yes. Sit down. I'll serve you." He gave away all his unsold biryani, even though he himself stayed hungry. The disguise. Next morning, Inspector Daniel wore torn clothes and messy hair. He looked like a helpless old beggar. "Today," he thought, "I won't test food. I'll test hearts." 2 reactions. Daniel first went to Maxwell's Royal Biryani. "Sir," he pleaded, "I haven't eaten for days." Maxwell looked disgusted. "Get lost. This isn't a charity." He ordered his worker to give the beggar leftover scraps meant for dogs. Daniel smelled it. Rotten rice, masked with chemicals. He quietly saved it as evidence. Then he crossed the road to Ethan's stall. "Father, why are you standing in the sun?" Ethan asked. "Sit down, have water." "I can't pay," Daniel said. Ethan smiled. Kindness doesn't need money. He served fresh biryani with respect. Daniel took one bite. His eyes widened. This tastes like home, he whispered. The truth revealed. Daniel stood up straight. My name is Daniel Wright, he said firmly. I am the food inspector of this city. People gasped. Moments later, police surrounded Maxwell's shop. Chemicals and spoiled rice were seized. Maxwell was arrested. You destroyed people's health for profit, Daniel said. Now face the law. The reward of honesty. Daniel turned to the crowd. If you want real food, support honest people. From that day on, Ethan's stall was always crowded. His honesty became Silverbrook's pride. Moral. Greed may shine briefly, but truth always wins. Honesty feeds both stomach and soul.